Hi, and welcome to the March episode of The Casual Conversation. I am so glad that you decided to spend a little bit of time with me today and just check in to see how things are going. They're going pretty good. It's been a good start to the year. Lots is happening. I'm feeling productive busy, not just busy. Sometimes we get in that mindset of I have to do a lot of things, but nothing's really getting done. So I am pleased to say most of what I'm doing feels like it's actually getting us somewhere, not just occupying time. It's great when you have things on the go and when unexpected things come up that you can spend the time with because everything's being taken care of in the background and you've got some breathing room. I had the absolute pleasure of having a conversation that was completely unexpected, that came out of left field, that left me feeling grateful and inspired and a little honored to have been part of the conversation. If you follow along on my social media, I have recently started a new series that is called Brain Notes, and it starts to talk about my journey with ADHD and how I navigate that and how it's been a shift in how I live life and how I do business and the things that I put in place so that business still happens for me when I know I have something that can present challenges at some time. I actually was talking to somebody about insurance, totally nothing related to ADHD. And when I was asked, well, how much is this payment? When does this payment happen? I'm like, I have absolutely no idea. I put it on an automatic renewal because I'm the kind of person where out of sight, out of mind. So it's on an automatic renewal because if I don't think about it constantly, I forget it exists. And so on that aspect, it needs to take care of itself, but because it takes care of itself, I forget it exists. And so, it's a never ending cycle. But the comment was, I've got this ADHD out of sight, out of mind. It takes care of itself. I don't think about it. And the person on the other end of the line said to me, "You have ADHD?" I said, "Yeah." And they're like, so my daughter has ADHD. Is it this? And it ended up being like a half-hour conversation, which was totally enjoyable, where we discussed strategies that might be able to help his daughter. I just shared some experiences I've had and with my family and how we navigate things and different little things. I need to have background music, a soundtrack to my life, as I like to call it, running at all times. It helps me focus, and I always say that it's this part of my brain right here, and it needs to listen to music so that it will be quiet and pay attention to the music and not be in there being like, "Hey, did you remember this? Do you do this? Do you do this?" So I said, is your daughter the kind of person? He's like, all the time. She wears headphones. She has, and I'm like, no, I get it. It's very much, it helps me pay attention. And so as I have found myself sharing a little bit more about my journey and my experiences, I'm very surprised at the reception that I get from people. And just people that I don't expect to have conversations with. The guy from the insurance company is not who I thought I would be talking about or talking to about the challenges that we face. And so at the end of the conversation, the comment from him was, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate this conversation. I really appreciate the things you've shared." And I was like, yeah, at any time, feel free. If you have questions, your wife has questions, even if your daughter wants to talk to somebody, feel free to call me, because I remember not having not support. I had support, but not having a diagnosis necessarily that I knew what I was trying to overcome. And so being in a position that people can ask me things, and most people know I'm pretty much an open book and I'll answer almost anything. I like to be able to support people in that way. And so I really appreciate the openness that this guy had on the phone with me, who he'd never spoken to before, and that we could connect on a different level. And I love those connections. And so I always look at people, and everyone has a story, and I always wonder what your story is and what are the things that you could share with people that that we never know what everybody else is handling. And so is there something that you're comfortable with opening yourself up for, that you can provide support to somebody else? Never know what it might be that somebody just doesn't know how to do or know how to manage. But if you just share a story, people will be like, wait, I actually relate to that, and you can build that connection, which is one of my favorite things to do. I would love, every time, I love supporting other people and making sure that I can showcase somebody else and their business and what they do. And yeah, I am a very big fan of that community and connection. So thank you for being part of my community. If you ever have any questions about anything, I would love to help answer them. If you have something that you want to share with someone, I would love to be that person you share with, or have somewhere to direct and channel that energy, that you might be able to talk about it with people that need to know or need to hear it from somebody else. So let me know what is on your mind. And yeah, until then, have a fantastic month. Happy spring. And I look forward to talking to you all again very soon. Have a great day. Bye.